Okay, so picture this. A woman gets into a hotel elevator. And nothing about the next 2 minutes makes any sense. Police released this footage to the entire world. Because they had absolutely no idea what happened to her. And once it went viral, millions of people tried to solve it themselves. This is the case of Alisa Lamb and the Cecil Hotel. A hotel with actual serial killers in its guest history. Notes on her door that just said, "Go away." Then, she vanished. 19 days before anyone found her. A dozen theories. Chasing. Drugs. Even a horror movie. All of them wrong. The real answer changes everything. And there's still a part of this no one can fully explain. Let's get into it. But first, you need to know where this actually happened. The Cecil Hotel, in downtown LA. It looks like a normal old hotel. It is extremely not a normal hotel. Serial killer Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, stayed there while he was killing people. So did Jack Unterweger, another convicted killer. Multiple other guests had died inside it over the decades. So when a 21-year-old Canadian student checked in January 2013, the building already had a reputation. Her name was Alisa Lamb. A psychology student, traveling alone down the West Coast. She'd been posting cute photos the whole trip. San Diego Zoo, LA bookstores. But almost immediately, something felt off. She was sharing a room with other guests. And they complained she was acting strange. So the hotel moved her into her own room. She left notes on the door. They said, "Go home. Go away." A few days later, she went to a taping of a talk show. And got escorted out by security for disrupting it. On January 31st, she was supposed to check out. She never did. Her parents had talked to her every single day of that trip. And then, silence. They called the LAPD. 2 weeks later, police released the last footage of her. Alone, in the hotel elevator. She presses every single button. She steps out into the hallway, looks both ways. Like she's checking if someone's following her. She steps back in. The doors don't close. She makes these strange hand movements, like she's talking to someone who isn't there. And then she just walks off, out of frame. That's it. That's the last anyone ever saw of her. And obviously, the internet lost its mind. Some people swore someone was chasing her, just out of camera view. Some thought she was on drugs. Some pointed out this basically happens in a horror movie called Dark Water, where a girl is found dead in a building's water tank. For 3 weeks, absolutely nobody knew where she was. Then hotel guests started complaining the water tasted weird. Low pressure. Black, murky water coming out of the taps. A maintenance worker climbed up to the rooftop water tanks to check. And he found her. Alisa had been inside one of those tanks the entire time. 19 days. Here's the thing though. The autopsy found no trauma. No sign of assault. No evidence anyone else was involved at all. So how does a woman end up alone, in a locked-off water tank, on a hotel roof? This is where it stops being a scary story. And starts being a medical one. Alisa had bipolar disorder. She was on real medication for it. But toxicology showed she barely had any of it in her system. Investigators believe she'd stopped taking it, or wasn't taking enough. And for someone with bipolar disorder, that can trigger something called a psychotic episode. Hallucinations. Paranoia. Talking to people who aren't there. Suddenly, that elevator footage means something completely different. She wasn't running from a killer. She was having a mental health crisis, completely alone, in a strange city. Now, there are still real, unanswered questions. The roof was supposed to be locked, alarmed, staff access only. Nobody knows exactly how she got up there. And search dogs went up to that rooftop right after she vanished. And found no trace of her at all. So yes, some of it is genuinely still a mystery. But the coroner's official ruling was accidental drowning, with her bipolar disorder listed as a major contributing factor. Not murder. Not a curse. A young woman who needed help and didn't get it in time. So if this story stays with you, let it be that. Check in on people. Take mental health seriously. If you like true stories that actually explain themselves, you're going to like what we make here. So subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.